All right, suppose that we have uh, taken some data set and we figured out that that data set is because we looked until the difference became a constant, we found out that it was a cubic. Now, for this particular problem, it should be no surprise that it's a cubic because we were using a cubic to generate that data. But let's say that we didn't know this equation beforehand. In other words, imagine that all we knew, um, imagine if all we knew is that some m value corresponded to some new x value. And so we had all these m values, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And all we knew is that those m values, which were one set, created some new set right here. And we wanted to figure out, well, what is that new set? What we can do by exploring the differences and figuring out when it becomes a constant, which lets us to figure out what type of function it is. Now what we can do is a regression. So what does that mean? So if we click this data, and we click this data here, and what we're going to do is go to our charts key, and let's make a scatter plot. And so this scatter plot is plotting our data. And what we want to do, if we double click, so two finger click, or yeah, right click rather, right click on one of the points, and we can add a trend line. And so when we add this trend line, what we're going to do, let's go to type of trend line. We're going to make a polynomial, and because we figured out it was a cubic, we're going to make it degree 3. And cool. And some of the options that we're going to do is we're going to display the equation on the chart and display the r squared. And the r squared lets us know essentially how accurate our equation is at describing the data. 1 is very accurate, 0 is completely inaccurate. And so if we say OK, it spits out this equation. And what you see here is that the r squared is 1, which means it's perfect. And these values here, that's essentially 0. This is 2 times 10 to the negative 12th, so that's 0. This is essentially 0. That's just the computer making some approximating errors. So what we really get is x cubed minus 2, which is what we would expect to get because this is m cubed minus 2. All right, so that's how you can use your computer to generate these equations if you don't have them already.